this week's episode of Inside Georgia State Basketball, we talked to former student athlete and new assistant men's basketball coach, Travis Williams. Well, Coach, you've been back at Georgia State now for about a month. Tell us what it's been like.
Oh, well, it's been really fast-paced. I think when Coach Hunter hired me, he said we're going to hit the ground running, and that's what it's been. But it's been an exciting moment, you know. As you know, I bleed blue. You know, it's just a great opportunity. It's like a dream come true opportunity. So I'm really, really excited. But like I said, it's been nonstop from day one.
Although it has been about 20 years from your stint as a student athlete and then as assistant coach to now, what are some of the changes you've seen at Georgia State over the years?
You can look at the landscape around the university in itself. You think about what, 7 years ago, you look at the Braves Stadium where the football program has gone. Back when I played here, you know, basketball was a dominant sport. You know, it was the most visible sport. But now you see where the athletics department as a whole has taken off, especially with the acquisition of Turner Stadium, and just see the university, the downtown landscape has changed, and just the vibe of the university in general.
What was it like to be a student athlete here at Georgia State in the early 1990s? First
and foremost, I was just thankful and blessed to get the opportunity coming from South Georgia. I really wasn't exposed to college. You know, to get a full ride basketball scholarship, that was beyond my wildest imagination, being the first in my family to attend college and graduate college. And so when I came here, I was in culture shock and awe coming from South Georgia to Atlanta. So for me, it was great. Just the landscape from when we played in the early 90s to where we are now is unbelievable.
Moving a little ahead to after your playing days, what was it like to be an assistant coach for Charles Lefty Driesell, and what do you think about him finally getting into the Naismith Hall of Fame?
You know, that was an unbelievable experience because I was actually in grad school when they hired Coach. I was actually, you know, the interesting thing, you know, I was doing color commentating with Dave Cohen during my graduate school days. And so I just think the relationship, being able to establish a relationship with Lefty then was unbelievable. When they first hired him, it just the whole brand of the basketball changed. To get a legendary coach and to come in at Georgia State University with that type of impact on the history of the game. And then, you know, to do color commentating for him. And then after, you know, during my master's degree, I needed an internship. So I called back in the office with Kathy Jones at the time. Normally they help student athletes like us with transition when we don't have jobs. And it was just interesting. She said, hey, your name is circulating around here like wildfire. I'm like, my name? Why? Lefty Driesell wants you to give him a call. And I'm like, why does Lefty want me to give him a call? So I called, I said, hey, Coach, what's going on? Travis, you ever thought about coaching college basketball at your alma mater? And I'm like, I never thought about it, but I would love to. So that opportunity presented itself, and then get an opportunity to get into business, you know, May of 1999, and you look at where we are now, to get started in the business from a Hall of Famer. And, you know, I'm just fortunate and blessed that opportunity, and to still have a great relationship with him. Like I said, when I got the job, the first person I called was Lefty Driesell and informed him. And so it was just that great relationship, and just to see he's getting this due process now.
For our fans, you know, obviously you were gone for 15 years so stretch. Talk a little bit about what you had been doing since. Obviously, one of your bigger jobs was you were the head coach up at Tennessee State. But talk about a few of those positions that have now led you back to Georgia State.
You know, it's interesting. You know, I was here from 1999 to 2003 when we had those 3 championships in 4 years. Then I had the opportunity to transition to Chicago State. Ended up going to Chicago State for a season, and then I moved back to Atlanta. And got an opportunity to coach with Latira Green. There's a new league that formed, was a World Basketball Association. So we won an inaugural season championship. Latira Green, you had us coaching the Peachtree Southern Crescent Lightning. You had Tree Rollins coaching the Macon Blaze. I mean, you had Chucky Brown coaching the Raleigh team. You had Farmer coaching the Kentucky team. So you had a lot. It was a really new league that was really, really good. And so I had an opportunity to coach there, win a championship. And during that transition, I was involved with the Fort Valley State head coaching job. So I was able to get that position from July 04 to August 07. So I had 2 winning seasons in 3 years during that transition. And Mark Sloniker, a good friend of mine, he called me and said, hey, Travis, got an opportunity for you. And I always wanted to get back Division I. So I had an opportunity in 07, 08 to coach at Mercer University for one of the best coaches in the business, Mark Sloniker. Then after that, got an opportunity. I always thought about coaching internationally. I never imagined a kid from a small town, Tifton, Georgia, get an opportunity to coach a Chinese professional team after we won the Olympic gold. So that was an unbelievable experience. So I did that. And then in June '09, I got an opportunity to go to Tennessee State as a top assistant for 3 years, and 2 years after that, I was named the head coach, and then I transitioned me and my family back to Atlanta a few years ago, Maynard Jackson High School, so we went back-to-back Georgia High School Association state playoffs. And this past year, went to the Sweet 16. We finished 25-3. But throughout that whole tenure, I always kept a great relationship with the coaching staff. You know, I understood Coach Hunter's vision, his brand of basketball, and just where he has elevated this program on a national brand, and got an opportunity to come back here on June the 1st. So just that's where I am in its entirety.
Well, before we let you go, obviously talk about, obviously you said early on this is going to be, it's a whirlwind kind of. Talk about what your goals are this summer as you try to, obviously learn all about Coach Hunter's system, get our guys ready for what we expect to be an exciting upcoming season.
Well, my goal, like I said, since I started June 1st, first and foremost, the dedication and the commitment to our current student athletes. And I think that's important for us to establish a relationship with them, knowing that there is an open door policy in my office. You come and talk to me about anything. And I think that's important. Showing that you're genuinely concerned and care, making sure they're taking care of their academics and athletic responsibilities on and off the basketball court in the community. So I think that's important, being able to get them in the gym, get them better, in all those aspects. And then also the recruiting, your future student athlete. Recruiting is the lifeblood of your program. And just making sure we recruit the caliber of players that can keep our program elevated to where we are. And then on top of that, we're going to be practicing. We'll be taking a trip to Spain. So all that encompasses what we're trying to do with our brand of basketball and Coach Hunter's vision for this program.
Well, Coach, it's great to have you back here at Georgia State, and we appreciate you taking some time on this week's edition of Inside Georgia State Basketball.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Let's go Panthers.